Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your Signs from Spirit tarot reading. In this reading, we are going to pull some numerology cards, some charms, to look at all the different numbers and imagery that Spirit is going to be using to communicate with you. But we're also going to pull in a message for now that Spirit wants to bring up and talk to you about as well. So let's start by pulling the numerology card and see what number Spirit is going to use to communicate with you. And when you see this number moving forward after watching this reading, it means to stop and observe your surroundings at that moment, or it may be a confirmation, a answer, a sign in that moment, okay, that you've been asking for. So let's see what number Spirit wants to highlight. 88, that's a good number, Taurus. So 8's 88, 888. That is the number Spirit is going to be using moving forward in the days and weeks that follow this reading. And it's about abundance. So, right? So when you are seeing 8s, that means that there is an abundance coming into your life. So if you're getting really bad vibes about something and you're like, Spirit, is this not the best situation for me? And you start seeing 8s, that would be a yes from Spirit. There's an abundance of misery in this situation. If you need to make a choice about something and you're just kind of at a crossroads, but you feel that internal pulling like you should go one direction, and you say, Spirit, is this my direction? And all around that direction you start seeing 8s pop up, then yes, that's your direction. Spirit is going to use that number to speak to you. But 8s are also about infinity, which you put out coming back to you. So when you start seeing 8s, that's also a sign that what's about to unfold in your life is your own energy returning to you. But aside from the numbers, Spirit wants to also bring a message through this reading about abundance, some sort of abundance coming in to your life in some area of your life very soon. So let's pull an animal spirit. All right, so we have the deer with explore. So the deer is also going to be synchronistic for you. Spirit's going to start popping the deer up in different areas of your life through like an emoji, something you're watching on TV, maybe even a real one crossing your path, just depending on where you live. But the deer is a symbol of like tenderness, of gentleness. And so when you see the deer, that's a sign for you to go within to the most tender part of you to find the answer that you're seeking. All right. So also the deer spirit is moving with you at this time. I highly recommend you doing a Google search to explore all the spiritual aspects attached to the deer energy. All right, let's pull some charms and see what other images and animals and insects Spirit is going to use to communicate with you. All right, I feel like I actually have some. They all dropped out of my hand the first time, so those were not the right ones. Oh, nice. I love the charms. Okay. So you have the heart, a very Victorian looking heart here. So the heart is also a symbol Spirit uses to communicate with you. And, you know, a heart is about love, right? Love, happiness, joy, feeling you from the inside out. And so right there, when you see a heart, Taurus, really stop and look around and see what's going on. And you know, anything that I bring out in this reading might already be a special symbol between you and Spirit, and this is just a further confirmation of that, okay? And if that's not the case, then moving forward, these images are going to start popping up in your reality more, and that's Spirit confirming. Because look at what is next here. We've got love. So you've got love and the heart. We're talking about abundance, Taurus. All the love that you put out into this world is going to come back to you in abundance in the days and weeks that follow this reading. That's just an overarching message on top of all these little signs and symbols Spirit's using it. Spirit's saying there's an abundance of love coming into your world from the love that you have put out into the world. And that love can manifest in endless ways. Next is the key. Spirit uses keys as symbolism to speak to you, and the key is about the direction in which you must go, having the right key to open a lock on a door. And so if you're trying to open all these doors and they won't open, it's because you don't have the right key. And so Spirit is saying, when you start seeing the key symbol again, stop, look around, what's going on, what are you feeling intuitively. Next is the moon. Spirit speaks to you through moon imagery, which is a sign of manifestation, as well as to pay attention to your intuition and your emotions in that moment. Next, we have the music symbol. So Spirit speaks to you a lot through lyrics in different songs. Never underestimate that. And we have the wheel and the anchor. And so when you're seeing anchors, ships, or just steering wheels in general on any sort of transportation, that is a sign to you, Taurus, that movement is going to come in. So when you see like ships or anchors, that's Spirit telling you, hey, where you feel stuck, that's coming to an end. There's about to be a lot of movement. And lastly, you have this little butterfly, and it says, created for you. How special is that? Spirit is also going to use a butterfly, and with that little message on the back, it's letting you know that when you see the butterfly, what's about to change in your life, what's about to transform, was tailor-made for you by Spirit based on all the energy and effort and love that you have put out to the universe. And there's this big abundance of love returning to you, Taurus. It could be, through relationships and connections. It could be a new connection coming in. It could be money. It could have something to do with your job. You could, some of you, I feel like you're going to be buying a car and you just don't know that yet. There's this big wave of abundance, and this is general. So again, it's going to manifest differently for each of you in your personal lives. The Spirit wants you to know that when that's happening, pat yourself on the back. Know that you've earned it. Know that you deserve it, and relish in every single second of it, because it belongs to you, Taurus, 100%. And eighths, again, very special and synchronistic. Spirit's going to use that to speak to you. And any of these that show up in your life, know that that's the time to really stop and slow down and take note of what's happening, what you see, what's going on, because Spirit is speaking to you. So hearts, the word love, keys, the moon, different lyrics through songs, wheels and anchors, as well as butterflies, and the deer is very special and synchronistic as well. And also with the deer and explore, don't be afraid, Taurus, to try new things, to really put yourself out there into unknown territory. If you're feeling the internal pulling, you're seeing all these signs and synchronicities, that is absolutely a yes to embrace the unknown, to jump in with no fear. So let's pull another card for you guys. Okay, clouds, obstructed view. So clouds are also synchronistic, Taurus. Spirit is going to show you different images in the clouds. Again, don't underestimate that that's Spirit speaking to you, because you have it right here. And with this obstructed view, that goes back to where when, it's like unknown, unfamiliar territory. I'm sorry all this is falling. When it's like unknown, unfamiliar territory, and you're seeing eights, you're seeing butterflies, hearts, the word love, keys, moons, that is like go that way. Even though you feel like your view is obstructed, here is the language in which Spirit will speak to you to get you out of that limbo. And remember, explore, go beyond what's known to you, what's familiar to you, and Spirit will give you signs and synchronicities the whole way so that you know that you're on the right path and that you're doing the right thing and you're like just not out in the weeds somewhere. So let's pull some transparent oracle cards for you guys, because I'm able to layer these and build a deeper meaning and message. So let's see what Spirit, whoa, okay, what Spirit wants to add with those. And we have, let's see, we've got 5. I was only going to pull you 2, but let's get started. Nice. So you guys can actually see you've got these little fairies going on, and you know, some of you, this is very synchronistic. You're already into like the fairy energy, but for others of you, this is a sign of shape-shifting, Taurus. Throughout your life journey, there's going to be a lot of shape-shifting, a lot of changing of scenery, and that's why Spirit never wants you to be afraid to jump into the unknown, because now this here is the blackbirds, okay? And the blackbirds are the gatekeepers and the secret holders. And Spirit's saying, nothing will ever be hidden from you or kept from you. Like, as you need to know something, it's going to become apparent to you. And here next is the cauldron. So this is all about creation, right? And this is also attached to love, Taurus. So some of you, there is a secret admirer who has been noticing you and is going to let you know that. And you will see some of this imagery, this number around this person, okay? But also the cauldron is this abundance that's coming in, and it's based on all that beautiful love and energy that you put out there. There's magic about you, and you need to know that. And I might have to pull some of these out if they start stacking too much and you can't see. And you know, this here is all about you know, the knowledge and manifestation, the stone. And you've got the cauldron here with the gatekeepers, the secret keepers, but the magic behind it. And it's like what's coming to you, this abundance, it's solid. The foundation is set in stone, like you can really trust it. And lastly, you know, here we've got the energy of the protection over Taurus. And so I'll just show you each of these on their own. The protection over Taurus, of the abundance that's coming in, the solidity of it, and you can trust that. It's time for manifestation. All the energies that you've been putting out, very high frequency energies, have all been collecting and coming together to create a manifestation in your life that you will be happy about, Taurus, a return to you. And it's unknown to you at this time. You don't see it coming, but Spirit's going to give you sign and synchronicity the whole way through. And there's just like a lot of magic attached to this, Taurus. So those are the transparent oracle messages coming through, and it's very, very layered. Okay, so this abundance that's returning to you, it's a long time coming with as many of those that jumped out. Like, it's very layered, and it's more than just like one thing. It's gonna build, it's gonna grow. There's a lot of potential to it. And some of you, this is like through an offer, an opportunity, and you might be weary of it. Like, I want to stick with what's known, with what's safe, but Spirit's like, nope, jump in, Taurus, do not fear. All right, let's pull another card. And I actually meant to pull this one before the transparent oracle, but everything happens for a reason. So let's see what comes from this deck. Delays, signs of nature, or forces of nature. Okay, So this goes back to when you are asking spirit something, you're gonna get an 88, an 8, 888, or you know, all the charms that we pulled. Like spirit will answer you through that, but you've got to ask a very direct question. And so if you ask, are me and such going to get back together? And in the days that follow, you don't see eights, you don't see hearts, you don't see anything, that would be a no. But in the days that follow, if you start seeing a ton of hearts and the word love and eights everywhere you look, that would be a yes. All right. So when you can't see the road ahead of you, or you feel like things are being delayed or detoured, just put it out to spirit, and spirit's going to answer you and let you know what is the best path for you. Or do we need to wait? Do we need to go a different way? Man, like spirit will be very clear with you as long as your question is very clear. And with this delays, that, yeah, it goes back to this building of the abundance. Like you've been waiting for this moment, for this return. And it like some of you could be thinking very specifically what you think should be happening in your life, and others of you, it's like you're just kind of waiting for your moment, you know, like when is this going to work out for me? When are things going to be good for me? And you are stepping into that right now, Taurus. All right, let's pull some tarot. Okay, so first tarot card out is the Four of Cups, and it's kind of like a ho-hum energy, you know, just feeling a little bit lost, feeling a little bit over it, feeling a little bit bored, like everything's the same. I'm tired of this. I'm ready for a change. When's it my moment, right? Or if you have been single for a while, you're feeling really lonely. And this is like there's love that will come to you in abundance. Or some of you that need friendships, right? And I do feel for some of you there will definitely be a healing. We picked up on that earlier in the reading. But here it is with Temperance coming in on top of this Four of Cups. The energy is going to balance out in a big, abundant way. And you have been delayed, and it has been slow coming, slow moving, this return of energy that you absolutely deserve. But here it is, Taurus. It's going to happen through this Temperance. And now we have this Queen of Wands coming in. And this, to me, is a representation of your energy, where after the balancing of the Temperance, because of this abundance that comes in, you move from this Four of Cups energy into this Queen of Wands energy, where you're feeling excited, you're feeling full of life, you're feeling optimistic, chakras in balance. I see that with the rainbow, you know, going through her center there. It's like your chakras feel balanced, your life feels balanced. And now look at this. We have the King of Cups coming through. So those of you that this is going to be a healing with somebody, there it is, right there. Okay, the two of you, like this person coming in to offer an apology, to offer, hey, let's work this out. And for others of you, this is a new energy entering your life, like a new romance, who is on the same page as you, who is real and true, and you could feel like this has been a long time coming. Some of you, this is like a new friend coming in to your reality, offering you a lot. Whoever this person is, Taurus, they are represented by this abundant energy, okay? And if this is not a person specifically, this wave of abundance coming in, it just like balances everything out in your life, because here we got the chakra message. The sacral chakra is the water chakra, okay? King of Cups, water energy. The solar plexus chakra is the fire chakra. fire is the Wands energy, and those are our divine feminine, divine masculine energies, chakras. And that is like, for some of you, that is this balance that's taking place because of the way abundance is coming into your life, where you feel your energies within balanced out, where you feel stable, you feel strong, you feel secure, you feel passionate and excited about life. Like this here, this energy, just speaking of energy, not people, is like all is right in your world. Everything is balanced. Everything feels good. Things feel like it's finally working out for you, coming out of this Four of Cups energy where you're just over it, Taurus. And yeah, because here, look at, we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is what you've been dealing with. Like, man, some of you, this is definitely like a deep healing between you and another person for sure. Because here we are, like at a standoff, backs turned to each other. You know, and this person, this to me is representing you. You're over it. You're tired of this. And this is them, you know, having their back towards you. I'm being in my ego. I'm being selfish right now. I'm going to hold out. And you go from these small energies where we're in conflict into these. You see like both sides of that rainbow, the healing coming in for both. And then, you know, here you are. You see how those energies transform from being small, closed off, backs turned to each other, to now full grown, fully present, and facing each other in harmony. Okay, so there's definitely a deep healing coming in for some of you guys in a relationship, and that's what this abundance is about. Others of you that have like a new energy coming in to your world, it's not going to be like past connections. Like these smaller energies represent past connections, past friend or past romance. And this new energy coming in, as they're showing as abundance, it's because they bring an abundance of love, of happiness, of energy into your world equally. Okay, and lastly, if this is not about a person, Taurus, it looks as though your finances, your job, your money, very restricted, bringing you a lot of unhappiness. And now that's where this abundance is coming in, is like in your money, in your career, really balancing things out for you. So let's put these down on the table. And the last card, sorry, I didn't pull that, is the Four of Swords. And this right here is deep healing. So let's get these cards laid out in the order in which they came out. So we got the Four of Cups, Queen of Wands. See, look at that. Look at that transition of energy, Taurus. Next is the Temperance, the balancing. And I love that because look at the fire here on the side of the Queen of Wands, and the cup is over here on the side of this King of Cups. Look at that beautiful healing, bridging a connection between two people. The standoff is over. The healing has now happened, and is the predominant energy. Look at that. So see all this space right here of nothing happening, being in this Four of Cups. That's why you're in that Four of Cups, because you're tired, Taurus. You're like, when is change coming? When is this energy going to shift? Are we ever going to work this out? Am I ever going to find a friend? Am I ever going to heal? Are things going to get better in my finance, in my career, in these changes I'm trying to make in my life? Is anything going to happen? And it feels like it's been a long wait, like that delayed journey that came through in this card. And you know, you may be weary and very uncertain because we have the obstructed view. Like, Spirit, what's going on? You know, is anything going to change here? And it is, Taurus, it is. And, you know, all the charms that we use, Spirit's going to use that to direct you, to let you know. Also, sorry, that's my kitty. Also, the number 88. And this empty space where you're feeling small, you're feeling in the Four of Cups, is about to transform, where here you feel full grown, full energy once again, and things feel very healed, very smooth, moving forward for quite some time, because there is no empty space. You got the Four of Swords, which is the card of healing right here. And so for those of you where this is like you and another person healing, look at that. You showing as the Four of Cups, just defeated, like I'm over this. Them showing as the Four of Pentacles, being stubborn, holding back, but, you know, the forces of nature intervening between the two of you and pulling us back together for a healing, represented in the emotional body as well as in the spirit. The sacral chakra and the the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra also being represented by the fire and the water. And, you know, this person is going to reach out to you and extend their cup to you to make it right, Taurus. So definitely a healing between you and another person. Other Tauruses, it's like you've been single and lonely for a while, and that journey is coming to an end. And this new person, whether a friend or romance that's coming in, they too have experienced that. And the abundance of energy between the two of you, the conversation, the connection, the relation, is going to be so healing to both of your souls with this Four of Swords. And lastly, for those of you where this is a different type of abundance, it's not attached to a person or relationship, I do feel that you've been working hard, trying to create and not feeling like you have much success. And now you're going to have this huge abundance because it's been a delayed reaction of energy. You're going to have this huge wave of abundance roll in, and it makes like everything feel right. Taurus, where you felt small, energy very restricted, you feel big, you feel free flowing, you feel healed, and you move through that energy for quite some time. So there's a big wave of abundance coming in for you, Taurus, and it's going to restore a lot of happiness and balance in your life. And also all those different charms that Spirit brought through, when you see those, pay attention, look around, because that is how Spirit is going to communicate with you. All right, let's pull one final message. Learn. A little nudge. It's now your turn. Put on your thinking cap. It's time to learn. And what's it time to learn? That language that Spirit will be communicating with you. And the more you pay attention to that, the more you'll just know, and you won't be, okay, well, is it this? Is it that? Like Spirit is saying, you know, these charms I will use to communicate with you. This number I will use to communicate with you. I will show you, you know, imagery in the clouds. I will speak to you through lyrics of songs, of poetry. Just be open to the receiving of that. And you're going to see how much Spirit has been speaking to you all along, Taurus. It's so beautiful. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.